The history of Great Zimbabwe, Africa's ancient civilization. In the heart of southern Africa, a magnificent stone city rose from the plains. Great Zimbabwe. Known for its massive stone walls, advanced architecture, and powerful trade networks, it was the center of a thriving civilization that flourished long before European explorers arrived. Sunrise over mountains. Origins of Great Zimbabwe, c. 11th to 12th century CE. Great Zimbabwe was established by the Shona people in what is now southeastern Zimbabwe. The city grew as a political and economic center, taking advantage of rich resources such as gold, ivory, and cattle. Its location allowed it to control trade routes between the interior of Africa and the Indian Ocean coast. Traders exchanged gold, ivory, and iron for textiles, beads, and other goods from across the continent and beyond. Classical building. The height of Great Zimbabwe, c. 13th to 15th century CE. By the 13th century, Great Zimbabwe had become a powerful kingdom and a hub of wealth. The city was famous for its enormous stone enclosures, including the Great Enclosure, featuring walls built without mortar that still stand today. The rulers, known as Mwene Mutapa or kings, controlled trade, taxation, and political affairs. The city was a center of craftsmanship, with skilled artisans producing intricate stone carvings, pottery, and metalwork. Trade with Swahili merchants along the east coast of Africa brought gold, copper, and luxury goods, connecting Great Zimbabwe to the Indian Ocean trade network. Latin cross-culture and society. The Shona people had a rich cultural life, centered on ancestral worship and respect for kings. The king was both a political and spiritual leader, ensuring the prosperity and stability of the kingdom. Great Zimbabwe was also known for its symbolic architecture, with walls and towers that represented social hierarchy, spiritual beliefs, and the power of the ruling elite. Artifacts such as soapstone birds and pottery remain important symbols of the civilization's heritage. Crossed swords. Military and trade. Great Zimbabwe maintained a disciplined military to protect trade routes and defend its territory. Its strategic location allowed it to dominate inland trade, becoming a regional hub for gold and ivory. Merchants from the Swahili coast brought goods from as far as India and Arabia, making Great Zimbabwe a cosmopolitan and wealthy kingdom. Decline and legacy, c. 15th to 16th century CE. By the 15th century, Great Zimbabwe began to decline due to overpopulation, environmental degradation, and shifting trade routes. The capital was eventually abandoned, but its influence persisted in the surrounding kingdoms, including the Mutapa and Rajvi states. Today, Great Zimbabwe stands as a testament to Africa's ingenuity, craftsmanship, and political organization, inspiring pride in Zimbabwean heritage and African history. End arrow. Conclusion/outro. Great Zimbabwe reminds us that Africa was home to complex and prosperous civilizations long before European colonization. From massive stone walls to thriving trade networks, the Shona people built a legacy of innovation, wealth, and cultural richness that endures today. #Great Zimbabwe, #Shona people, #African history, #Ancient Africa, #Zimbabwe, #Stone City, #African civilizations, #History documentary. Push pin subscribe for more stories about the ancient civilizations of Africa and the world.